We've got Aaron for sports. Aaron Akerjala. Great to have you, Aaron.
Yes, a very good morning to you, Rufai. Good morning to you, Doctor. Yeah. We start on a very sad note, understanding that when this news broke yesterday, it got me thinking about several Africans that have actually had to walk this very unpalatable path. And that was the fact that Mwepu actually announced yesterday on his social media handle that he had a very bad news to share. And that is the fact that he's been diagnosed with a hereditary heart condition, that if he continues playing, he can suffer severe cardiac arrest while playing football. So just at 24 years of age, he's had to call his career short. And the unfortunate thing is, he discovers this in September, all on the international break with Zambia, where he had actually played about 23 times, scoring like 12 goals for the team. And you look at that, it's unfortunate that that happened because he actually fell ill in the flight. And when they went to Mali, they did some tests. They found out that they had some conditions. He was sent back to Brighton. And it's unfortunate that they gave him the sad news that you need to call your time short. Now, this brings to mind, I'm happy this was detected early, because this brings to mind Mark Vivian Foe. This brings to mind Mwamba. This brings to mind even our own Papilo Kanuwanko. These are people that have actually suffered heart conditions. And just recently we had Christian Eriksen, but we know he actually plays with a pacemaker right now, and he's been doing well for Manchester United. But his own case, they say if he continues playing football, he could have a sudden and a very severe cardiac arrest. It's rather unfortunate, but we wish him all the best. He says he's not living football fully. He might not be playing football, but he'll still be within the footballing ecosystem doing one thing or the other. Away from that, it was a day to remember for Nigeria's Emmanuel, who was making his full debut as he actually scored the goal that earned Nottingham Forest the desired 1 point and actually stopped the rot because they were in a very bad patch, and kudos to him. And that leaves them from the bottom of the table, talking about Nottingham Forest, as they've been able to leapfrog Leicester City right now. They're now 19th on the table. And when you look at the table fully, you find out that, without a doubt, after match day 10, Arsenal are still the numero uno. No one can actually match the pace Arsenal are actually running with right now. And at the bottom of the table, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Nottingham Forest, and Leicester City are all in the relegation zone, and they might be able to beat the drop if they actually lift their game and actually have a run of games. But for now, they seem to be dwelling in that undesired sport. Now to the UEFA Champions League. Later on tonight, we have quite a lot of games. FC Copenhagen against Manchester City, Maccabi Haifa against Juventus, AC Milan against Chelsea at the San Siro, one of the top picks for today, because Dortmund against Sevilla and Paris Saint-Germain against Benfica. But everyone seems to be talking about one man who has shone like a million stars in the UEFA Champions League and in the Premier League. Erling Haaland. He's actually scored 28 goals in 22 games. He made his debut in 2019. He was the first to 10 goals in the Premier League, in Champions League, first to 20 goals, the youngest to 20 goals in the Champions League. So you look at all that has actually happened, and you look at that particular Group C, everyone seems to look at that Group C for tomorrow. But looking at Erling Haaland, I must say that Guardiola is faced with a very hard decision today. This match doesn't really reckon for anything, and he's thinking about dropping him for today. But you and I know that Erling Haaland is hungry to score goals. Would he be happy to be dropped for this particular fixture is left to be seen. Now let's talk about this. Dustin Johnson. Of course, several people celebrated the Leave Golf tournament, but one man seems to have taken the cake, 16.2 million. And this is the reason why the Leave Golf, some are saying that it has helped democratize golf in the world, because one man is walking away with a bumper check of 16.2. That's Dustin Johnson, who actually won the individual tournament. Save Leave Golf, for example, the biggest money maker for any of the golfers out there seems to be the FedEx Cup. Save the FedEx Cup, you would actually have to walk away with paltry sums of $800,000, $1 billion, if you can actually even get far on the leaderboard. So good one there. And two, a team that have become very infamous in their dealings in Formula One. Red Bull, at the moment, they've been found guilty of breaching the budget cap. The news actually has the FIA finds Red Bull to be in procedural and minor overspend breaches. They have not said how much they've actually overspent, because we know that the budget cap is about $145 million. And when you look at how things have actually played out, they say Red Bull has overspent way above that. And they're not talking about how or what kind of punitive punishment will be given to Red Bull, because this happened in 2021. We're never sure of 2022, because 2022 is not even yet over. So they might even have been in breach in 2022.
How many points are they deducted?
Now the point is this: the FIA are not stating anything. At the moment, they're being mum about some key situations about this particular issue. We are hoping that they will be more forthright. Points are being deducted and penalties are being given. But for now, the FIA are still saying that this is what is happening. We're just trying to inform everybody. We knew this came out last week when Lewis Hamilton commented on this. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, Ron, we seem to have run out of time, so we'd like to thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.